Welcome back to Home with Friends. You both have been here before. This is a special year-end 2025 wrapped episode. I have Katelyn and Alyssa here with me today.
Hello.
Familiar faces for all of us. Today's going to be casual. We're working with 2 mics, so everybody bear with me. I hope the audio is going to be good. I will do my best with the editing. But I want today to be reflections and projections, if you will, okay? I want to talk about our years. I want to talk about some things we've learned. I'll touch on the podcast a little bit. I want to talk about 2026, what we're looking forward to. Just have a cute little casual catch-up.
Love it.
Cute. Okay. First of all, Happy New Year today. We are recording on January 1st, which I love. I love a fresh start. This will come out next week, but it's just a beautiful, fresh start. I love a new year. And I want to start talking about the ending of the year of the snake and the beginning of the year of the horse, okay? I feel like the Chinese zodiac, is that it's called the Chinese zodiac? You see it all over your timelines and your social media, and you see like a little snippet of what it means. But we are blessed to have Katelyn here with us today, who I feel is the expert. So can you actually talk about what that means, the year of the snake? And then I also want you to dive into numerology with like a 9-year. And I don't know if those necessarily go hand in hand.
Totally.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to start with.
So the 9-year is, our years operate in 9-year cycles. Okay, you add whatever year it is. So 2 + 2 + 5, 9. It's ending the cycle that started in 2017, which is kind of crazy to think about, the lessons, the things that you've learned starting in 2017, because that, in theory, came to a head this past year. Okay, so 9 years, snake year, shedding, rebirth, like just a year of releasing in preparation for this 1 year that is starting a whole new 9-year cycle that ends 2035, which is kind of crazy.
I know, that really is
about.
crazy. And we say 1 year because 2026, 2 + 2 + 6 is 10. You just take the 1.
So
Got it.
1 year, the year of the horse. So this is a year of momentum, change, charge, because this sets the tone for your next 9 years. And it's so important, because the thing about the horse, once the horse is gone, you're not catching up with the horse. And so that's why this year is so important. We have until about February 13th to kind of still exist in that 9 energy, kind of put your plans together, whatever.
I love that falls on February 13th.
I know, for the event.
Yeah.
So the idea is, though, if you're not with it, you're repeating your past 9 years, which is like, I couldn't.
We're good on that.
I couldn't do that. So the year of the horse, now, just keep in mind, this is a foundational year. So I know a lot of people were like, oh, this is going to be like, everything's new. That's not necessarily true. Like, there's still change. There's still residual energy from the 9-year we just had. But you gotta get on that horse. Now, I do love the idea, like, you can lead a horse to water, like that saying.
Yeah.
Because you, like, this is a year you just have to be so strategic with your plans.
Okay.
And how you're going to make shit happen. You know, I'm in the middle of doing all the tarot year aheads, and a common theme I'm seeing is just do it without overthinking.
Easier said than done,
Totally.
But I love that.
So just being more intentional with what you want to do.
And just doing it without the constant overthinking, because what happens is we think like, oh, it has to be perfect. Oh, we have to have everything figured out. We like exhaust ourselves with the idea of just thinking of how we're going to do it, that we never actually do it.
That is the most relatable thing that I can relate to ever.
Yeah.
Just overanalyzing.
That's just me to a
Literally,
T.
to the point where it's like there's
Yeah.
no concept of perfect, because
Right.
the idea is this is a foundational year, so just see what it can be.
Yeah. Okay, can you guys relate? I mean, I can't really look back to 2017 and try to think of like cycles over the last 9 years. I feel like that's hard to do. Are you guys able to do that and say, okay, I can see?
Yeah.
You can?
Totally.
Yeah. I really do feel like these 9 years have been truly transformative
Wow.
for me as a whole. And it is interesting when you said 2017, I was like, oh, that's very interesting how it all kind of comes like full circle.
2017 was the start of my spiritual awakening, so I'm here because of what started in 2017.
Wow.
What about you? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't really I can't 24, so I was living in Charlotte. I don't know, like, I can kind of remember my life then, but, like, I can't think, like, oh, that was the start of this cycle.
When did you buy your house? You bought your house
2017.
Yeah. That was the start of your, just, like, independence, I feel like. Because before that...
I guess, but I feel like that's kind of, like, stretch, like...
Yeah.
Like, it's like a stretch. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't take everything you did in 2017 and be like, oh, that was the start of a 9-year cycle. Okay, unless you can.
No, you can't.
Right,
but it's, like, the themes.
It's interesting. Yeah, I'm sure if I, like, really dug, I could think of it, but it's just interesting. I guess one of my, like, not over the 9 years, but, like, the year of the snake, 2025, it's easier for me to think short term. I think one of the, like, shedding or, like, closing of a cycle for me is also related to relationships. I think I do feel like what I want and what I'm attracted to are just finally completely different. You know, it took a while for me to get there. Maybe it took 9 years for me to get there. You know what I mean? I guess I don't really.
No, maybe that is the transformation.
Right. You know, and I think that's a big one.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to move forward with that.
Love that. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Okay, are there any significant memories, events, accomplishments from this past year that you guys are proud of?
I have been in, like, hiding for a couple of years. I've been hiding out in Mooresville. I was just in the past couple of years, just in deep isolation, deep reflection. So 2025, the beginning, like, literally January 1st is when I moved back to Charlotte. So this was, like, my coming back year.
Wow.
I've made new friends. I've been more social. I put myself out there in ways that I hadn't been the past couple of years. So that felt really big for me.
That's
Your
huge.
business has grown tremendously.
Yep. Did you move here January 1st on purpose to, like, start the new year, or that was just the way it happened?
It's how it played out.
Wow. Wow. What about you?
For 2025, I feel for the first time in a long time, just, like, very confident with where I'm headed and where I want to go and what I want for my life. And so I would say that's probably the biggest thing for me in 2025.
I'm so happy for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. For me, I would say, to kind of go back to what you were saying when we started, actually starting the podcast was a big accomplishment for me, because I actually have been talking about it just, like, amongst my, like, close friends for a couple years. I would say, like, realistically, like, a year and a half. But I was just, like, I overthought it. I was overthinking and, like, can I really even do that? And I get these, like, random spurts of, I don't know what you want to call it. Not even motivation, because I feel like motivation, like, is there. It's, like, these random spurts of just, like, fuck it. Just do it. Who cares? Stop overthinking, which is, like, where I need to be. And then that's when I'll, like, pull the trigger on something. But then it's very easy for me to just, like, like, and then I step back and, like, I go through this wave and this roller coaster. And that is something that I'm trying to focus on. But I think actually starting the podcast, it's so true that you get the momentum, and then it just makes it a little bit easier. You start going, you start learning. So that was, like, a really big thing that I was proud of this year. But I think most importantly, which came off of the podcast, was our live event. So I really want to talk about this. We have not talked about the live event on a podcast yet. We've, like, you know, talked about it maybe on Instagram stories, but not in, like, a formal setting. And I really, really, really want to dive into it, because we need to give it the credit it deserves. Yes. Like, it was just amazing. It was beautiful. It was all the things. So I feel like most people are following along. If you're not following along, quick little summary recap. Feel free to jump in, guys. Katelyn and I did a podcast episode earlier in the year, okay? People loved it. People were really engaged. People wanted more. Katelyn was like, should we do a live event? And I'm like, sure, like, you know, like, what, an Instagram live? You know, I was thinking so small.
People calling in.
Yeah, I literally was like,
how are the people going to call in? And I was like, what?
Yeah, which is a testament to, like, literally, I will think so small, and then I'm like, oh my God, no. And even Colleen was like, no, I'm thinking she probably means live event, like, in person. I'm like, what? No way. Like, I can't even fathom that. But that is exactly what she meant. So fast forward, we put a ton of planning and time into it, and we threw a live event. Okay, so I want you to talk about the event from your perspective, how you think it went, your experience. I want you to talk about it. Alyssa was there. She came early. She helped set up. She worked the door.
She was security.
She was security.
Check.
But she was also a guest there too, so she got to get that experience. And then I will give my thoughts too. So, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna speak from my perspective.
Of course.
Do you know the Pablo Escobar memes where it's like lonely Pablo and he's just like standing?
Yes.
That's how I felt because I was so nervous and like every picture
You were.
I was so nervous and like in every picture my hands are just folded like how he is just like standing around.
Oh my god!
Like
I'm gonna put
like,
the picture up on this
just
video on
like,
YouTube.
like in every picture. I was so fucking nervous.
Yeah, you were.
Because
are you okay?
I was like, yeah, why? Why do I not look okay? So fucking nervous. I had no idea what to expect.
I know.
I had never done something at that size before.
So again, for context for people that don't know, part of the event was podcast style, me interviewing Katelyn, maybe 30, 45 minutes of that. Then we opened it up for a Q&A, but the main draw was live readings. She was going to do live readings for people in the audience at the end, but you can't plan for that. We had no idea what to expect. And like, pressure wasn't really on me for that. Like, Katelyn's the one sitting here doing live readings, so I kind of like felt for you. Like, there was only so much I could do. So you went into that like fully just like open-minded, and I'm so proud of you and happy because it went perfectly. And I know that had to be a lot of pressure.
It was. And I left it feeling like I couldn't have envisioned a more perfect event. Like, I think it went perfect.
From your perspective, when you were sitting up there for the live readings, if you remember correctly, what was happening is people were doing the Q&A. I was with one girl. People had already asked questions at that point, maybe 20 minutes in. I asked the girl the question, and then, or whatever, the girl asked the question, and then you said, did you lose a loved one or a grandfather?
I think she had brought up her dad, though.
Or her dad.
And so I used that just as a way to segue into...
Did you do that on purpose? Were you like, okay, now it's time to go to live readings, or her dad just came through?
I think because she said his name, so that's going to bring him into my channel.
Okay.
And I just took the opportunity.
Okay. Because I never asked you that. I was curious. So then in your mind you were like, all right, here we go.
Showtime.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Okay.
Did you meditate beforehand? Like what would be, I guess, your preparation? How did you prepare for the show? Like, do you meditate? Do you talk to your spirit guides? Like, what do you do for that?
Not so just in that prep of it. I ate really clean. My sleep was perfect. I remained in a state of like meditation, so kind of just in that flow. I just kept the channel as clean as I could, worked out like just the things. Before I went in that day, I did a self Reiki and like a cord cutting to make sure I wasn't going in there with like anyone I had met with, because I do think I had appointments earlier that day. And then I just went in a clear channel before I like snuck away because I was so fucking nervous. I went in the back and I said, please don't embarrass me. Like, that was my only prayer. I was like, just please, like, just please let it be good. Like, whatever it is, just let it be good.
And it was. There was something you said that a couple different people after the event brought it up. So like, I know it stuck with them and it stuck with me too. There was one point in time, once we transitioned fully into the live readings, people were asking questions, you were reading, people were coming through. You were like, there's like, there's like a waiting room of spirit right now. Do you remember saying that? So when you said that, like, I visualized, like, literally there was an open room. I'm like, are there just like spirits like standing there waiting? Like, what did you mean by that?
It was like a VIP section. It was like just the
people that
just not like spirit guides, like past loved ones. So it was really beautiful. And even now I could, like, if I was by myself, I'd cry about it. But like,
you can cry about it.
It was so beautiful because I had, like, in that moment because even on stage, like, my craft is to make what I do look effortless. But I'm holding conversations with the people, I'm holding conversation with spirit, and I'm holding conversation with myself. So I have a lot going on in that moment of time.
Yeah.
And so when I was like having a conversation with myself, I realized that and it's really just so beautiful, but as I've like cultivated relationships with my clients, I've also cultivated relationships with their past loved ones, and so they were I'm correct, but like they were coming in for support of me too.
Yeah.
I know, it's so sweet.
It really is. I hope you left that feeling so proud, because you did such a phenomenal job.
Oh, that's so
you
sweet.
really did.
Yeah.
Like, everyone felt it, everyone
Yeah.
said it, and you know, it's this is where I want you to talk about your experience, because it's hard to explain unless you're there, but it was just this feeling of like everyone just felt together in like the community and love and healing. Like, it was just so wholesome.
It was. And, you know, obviously, since I was security working the door,
Literally by the door.
I just saw so many different people. I saw women coming by themselves. I saw, you know, groups of friends showing up. I saw a mother-daughter duo. I saw some men even come. So I feel like just to be able to see the extent that, you know, the community that you were able to bring together, and ultimately everybody was there bonding over whether it was, you know, we heard stories of people having spiritual experiences that maybe they were like unsure that they asked you about. We had women connecting over, you know, we had a woman who came and shared a really tough loss that her husband had just passed recently. I know, you know.
And she was pregnant. She was pregnant with their third.
There was not one dry
That was
eye
horrible.
when she, you know, spoke. And I just think it's really a beautiful moment to be able to come together as human beings and, like, being so vulnerable. People were sharing about, you know, past miscarriages and just, like, that community that you see that, like, we really are all human beings and we all are on earth to experience life. And, like, being able to cry for others that, like, I've never even met before. Like, to me, that is the beauty of being a human, you know, just having that experience. And for you to bring that, for you to open that space for people. I mean, I saw even, like, girls that were, like, making new friends. Like, I just think it really did go above and beyond what I think you guys originally thought. Like, you know, I'm sure, of course, in the beginning it was like, this is a really awesome experience that other people experience your gift. But, like, what I saw, there was just so much more that people left with, like community, sharing things that they were vulnerable about, making new friends, you know, just like really connecting on that deep level.
Yep. I know. I think when we left, I just was like, wow. I don't know. I wish I could find words, like different words, but I felt so good. I felt so happy. I felt so proud. I felt so connected. I felt like we're doing something bigger than what I can even imagine. And it's beyond this podcast. Like, sure, it's a live event that came from the podcast, but it's just about speaking out and just trying new things. Like, who knew? I thought it was gonna be 10 of our friends coming to this live event, you know?
Yeah.
We sold 60 tickets. We just threw out a number and we sold out. So then it's like, this next event we have, like, we're gonna say 80. Like, if we sell out 80 tickets, it's like, this is just, it's proof that people want this and people need this.
Yeah, and for me, what was also just incredible to see was the healing that you brought people. When I left, everyone was walking to their cars, and I just heard so many
I remember you
different,
telling me this.
Yeah, there was just so many different conversations about people being like, I'm just so happy that she told me that about my friend. I know, like, one girl had lost a friend to suicide, which is a very, you know, harsh and unfortunate situation. And, like, hearing her talk about just feeling so much better, knowing he's at peace, like, the healing that you brought to people.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, stop.
That's so sweet. It's so beautiful,
No,
though.
it truly is beautiful. And, I mean, I know you and I have talked about this, like, the healing that you've provided for me after losing my dad. I mean, I see you yearly because, like, it is something that's just so unique. And I think for me that was the biggest thing, was, like, yes, the community, but also just the way that you've healed so many people in that moment. and the intimacy of it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not a Teresa Caputo, right? Where you go there and there's so many people. It's like, it was so intimate that I truly feel like everyone felt connected.
Yeah.
Like, I felt connected to the woman that I saw that spoke about her husband. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to go up there and give her a
I
hug,
know.
you know?
You know what?
Yeah.
People after the fact reached out to me and was like, do you know that girl's name? I want to reach out to her. Which, one, I don't know if like confidentiality we would like ever share that, but it did make me think like maybe we do some sort of community blog or something where or like a group, not text group chat, but you know what I'm saying, where something where we can all start to kind of connect socially on social media or something.
Yeah.
So we definitely can like talk about that, or maybe like an event page where you can comment. So we definitely can think about that. But to your point, as we plan more events, I think he is keeping it intimate. Of course, we want to grow, but like that also was the perfect, I agree, the intimacy, the coziness, like it really made it feel so special.
I had met with someone who came to me for an appointment after the event, so she was able to share with me her perspective too, and she said it was so powerful for her because she felt like she didn't have to pretend in that space, which I know, like, I don't think humans realize how often we are masking and how often we are presenting. So to have a space where you feel like you can just take a sigh of relief and just go in there and be authentically yourself or feel whatever you're feeling and be vulnerable.
Yes.
There's so much power in that. And so many cultures, grief is a community effort. Like, you're meant to grieve in community because it's the community that supports you and lifts you up. And in our American culture, grief is so isolating and so secluding. So I think like there's power in that too, like giving a community space for people, just not even to like, you know, just sit there and be sad, but know that it's okay for them to like honor their grief. And there's power. As somebody who has also lost a parent, like there's power in just like having the space to talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And connecting with others, knowing that, like you said, grief is isolating. I've experienced a lot of grief and loss in my life, and for me, it's like there is times where when you do experience a loss, you almost you do feel alone, and you're like, this is only happening to me, right?
Totally.
And hearing other people's story of loss, obviously we know that other people lose, but it's just different.
Yeah.
But being able to like really just humanize and seeing that other people also are experiencing, like, it does take some of the weight off, knowing that like, you're not alone in this.
And it's not like you're just seeing someone on social media say it that's a stranger. Like, you're in a room with people that look like you, that talk like you, that live in the same place as you, that are the same age as you. Like, you're like, oh wow, these are my neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
these are my peers,
And
which makes it feel so much different.
Yeah. And I was going to say, too, like, even if you haven't experienced loss, because, you know, if you're lucky enough to not have experienced a loss in your life, I think I heard one woman when I was walking out to the parking lot as well, and she had not lost a loved one, but she has had, like, very spiritual experiences that have happened to her. She's had crazy dreams. She's heard voices. Like, there were things that she was saying that, like, she had not experienced before. She didn't talk about it. She wasn't one of the ones that talked about it, but when she walked out, she was saying that. So even if, like, you know, you don't have to only come here if you have someone that has passed. Like, these events are truly for everybody.
Truly. And I think that if I were to identify like my own individual goal going into the events and the continuation of them, it looks like, one, making spirituality feel approachable and not too scary, not too, oh, I don't know. Like, I think my goal is to just bridge this gap that we exist in to where it's now a commonality. People know how to talk about it. They know what they're experiencing, like, because that is missing.
Yeah.
Yep. I love it. I'm so excited. We do have another event, Friday, February 13th. We'll talk more about it. We'll post more about it. We'll sell tickets, but I mean, we're just gonna keep it going, you know?
See what happens.
See what
I do want to
happens.
share that this event, though, it's love theme.
It is gonna be love theme. It's the day before Valentine's Day. I still want to open it up kind of like we did last time, just to introduce you, your gift, what your craft. We'll talk more about that, but then I do want to focus on relationship and love, attachment styles, all those fun things.
That's gonna be fun.
I know.
I love it.
I know. Okay. Is there anything else we want to say about the event?
I just want to thank everyone who came to support, who came to participate, and I think most importantly, held space for strangers. Like, that's really what made the event so powerful. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for real. Agreed. Okay, going into the new year, do we have any specific resolutions? I kind of really don't, so if you don't, it's okay. One thing, I guess, resolution-y that I really want to start focusing on is I really, really, really want to get in a solid morning routine. I feel like it'll be a domino effect and it'll change my life.
Yes.
If I can just get up like an hour and a half before I have to actually leave for work and just have a slow morning. Because this is where I think this is relatable to majority of people. I stay up so late at night because that is my time where I have no responsibility. No one's calling me. No one's texting me. I don't have to work. It's just quiet. It's whatever. I can scroll on my phone. I can watch a show. So I end up staying up way too late because I enjoy that time and I don't want to go to bed because then if I go to bed, that means I got to wake up and start the next day again. Literally. So I stay up until 11 or 12 every single night.
Yeah.
But the solution is go to bed at 9 or 10. We'll call it 10. That seems more realistic. Wake up early and use those morning hours as my quiet time that I'm now getting at night, and it'll just make everything better.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know that.
Easier said than done. I hate waking up.
I know. I know it is easier said than done.
Up another day.
I know, but that is one of my resolutions.
I was gonna say, you did have a time where you would journal and stuff.
Yes.
So just it's not like it's.
But this
it's
is what I do.
unknown
I
for
do
you.
things. I know it feels amazing. I'm like, that was when I was my best self and I felt amazing, and you know it works, Brittany, so why aren't you doing it?
Right.
What would you want to add into your routine? What would you
I
want?
truly I don't even necessarily want to, I want working out in the morning would be ideal.
Yeah.
But I can also work out at lunch. It really is just about getting up and having a slow morning. Maybe I'll journal or do things. It's not even I want to do anything specific. I just want to, I just want to go into my day differently. I want to start my days more intentional. And I feel like right now I start them stressed and chaotic.
Yeah. No, it is so true. Having just that time to yourself to just, like you said, whether it's you do a 7-step routine or you're just...
Or if I just want to go and walk and grab a coffee, something simple like that takes literally 15 minutes. It's not that big of a deal, but even just walking to Undercurrent and walking back, getting a little bit of sunlight in the morning will just feel so good.
It sounds nice.
Do you do it?
Why are you laughing at me? You're literally laughing at me in the corner because you're like, you ain't gonna do it, bitch.
I need to be living like this too.
Do you do stuff? I thought you used to journal too. No?
And I journal.
I journal sometimes just even at night.
I'm there's a morning bird, a night owl. I'm an afternoon pigeon. So I do everything I need to do in the afternoon. Yeah.
An afternoon pigeon.
I love going to bed early and I love waking up late. I love sleeping. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's really funny.
So,
at work, we were having this convo. One of my coworkers, he's taking, masterclass.
Yeah.
He's taking a masterclass on sleep. So he was telling us all this interesting stuff he's learning, and he said it is your chronotype. It's in your genetics of what type of person you are, whether you're a morning bird or whatever, because of way back in the day, our ancestors, when some people were sleeping because of the vulnerability, some people had to be awake to protect you, and then they would take shifts.
Who they were in the tribe.
Right. Isn't that so interesting? So you were an afternoon pigeon.
Yeah.
You know?
I got all the sleep done.
Yeah.
You guys gotta watch me sleep.
I was up at night protecting while you were sleeping.
And I was sleeping.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any 2026 intentions or resolutions?
Yeah, I was saying earlier, my goal for 2026, really my only goal, so whatever else happens, is just, the cherry on top. I want to learn how not to kill plants.
I love that.
That's
be a plant mom. I heard you say that.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's a good one. I have one real one. It's thriving, knock on wood. That's the only one I have.
What kind of plant is it?
I don't know. I went to the plant store and it was beautiful and I got it.
Snake plant.
I was about to say, it's a snake plant. I literally killed a snake plant, and they thrive in malls.
No,
No air, no sun,
No water.
just everyone's hot breath around them, filled them.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
No, I think for me, on a more serious note, I know we talked about New Year's resolutions, and I feel like I say this every year with just getting better at people pleasing. It's just something that I've struggled with,
Yeah, flex your no muscle.
Yeah, and every year I'm like, I'm gonna, do better at this. And here we are, January 1st, back at it, but it's real, and I have definitely gotten better, but I just want to get to a place where I'm like truly confident and like doing what I want to do and not necessarily thinking of everybody else before myself.
I love it. It will change your life if you can get to that place.
I know.
I feel like I have been better at it. I'm usually pretty good about like not doing something I don't want to do, but it's funny because then I'm not perfect at it. So when I do something I don't really want to be doing, it's so out of alignment with me now than it was before that I'm like, oh, it actually like, it'll ruin my day, it'll ruin my mood. It has actually such a negative effect on me.
Yeah.
It kind of forces me to really only do what I want to do because I so much hate not doing it.
No, I think mine's just
do you know what I'm saying?
Rooted in childhood.
Yeah.
And that's probably why. But I also think that's like, not for nothing, but that's also why I admire you and you're one of my best friends because like I see that in you and I'm like, yes, I like want that.
Yeah. See, that's really nice that you love that about me because a lot of people hate that about me.
Oh, I love that.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, those are really good. I have one little corny thing to say, but it's true. So, you know how there's the cliche, people don't remember what you said, but they remember how you made them feel? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is that corny?
No, I love beautiful. Okay, no, that's not, I don't know. I guess corny was the wrong word. Cliche.
Yeah.
Cliche was the word I was looking for. And then it's like, you can hear that, you can believe that, but then when it actually happens to you, you're like, whoa. So very, very long story short, there's a girl I went to high school with, like elementary school to high school, like grew up with, played sports together, we were on the same basketball team. She also lives here in Charlotte. I think she moved here when I did a very long time ago, and I never see her out, okay? I saw her out, I literally think it was 2019, and the only reason I remember the year is because it was before COVID and after me and my fiance broke up. There was like this weird little time. And I remember seeing her at a bar in South End, it was Gin Mill specifically. I have no idea what we talked about, I couldn't even tell you, but I remember leaving that day, and I was like, oh my God, I love her, like, and I don't even know if she was married to her boyfriend or fiance at the time, but she was with him, and they're married now, they have a couple kids, and I was like, she's so cool, her boyfriend's so cool, like, I like forgot that they're in Charlotte, like, I truly remember leaving and being like, wow, I just like loved that experience with her, she made me feel so good. Yeah. Obviously, like, as you would, we never hung out, we follow each other on social media. Fast forward, this week, I saw her, I was out to dinner, her and her husband walked in, coincidentally, so she came over to talk to me. We talked, we caught up, we sat there for 25 minutes, like a full, real catch-up talking, and she walked away and like went back over and sat with her husband, and I was like, oh, like every time I interact with her, even though it's like random and rare, she just like makes me feel so good, like it was such a good conversation, whatever. And it just, this is the corny part where I'm like, it was like, you know what, going into the new year, I want to try to be way more intentional with like, even if it's a super casual interaction or like a first impression, you're actually making an impact on someone and you don't realize it. Like, how am I actually making them feel? Because they're going to leave this experience with me and conversation with me with some sort of opinion. Maybe it's an indifferent one. It wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe I made them feel weird. Maybe I made them feel great. Who knows? They're going to have something. So like, I want to try to make people feel like walk away from having even a simple conversation with me and be like, wow, like she's so sweet. That was nice. If she was actually interested in what I was doing, she was actually curious, and I don't know. So that when I actually experienced it on the other end, do you know what I'm trying to say? Of like her making me feel that way. I was like, wow, that was twice now. Even though it was so many years apart, I specifically remember that one day. I'll never forget it. I remember thinking that. And then it happened again, and I was like, I want to be that person.
Yeah, and it speaks for who she is as a person,
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think that's corny at all. I think that's beautiful still.
Okay.
that's so...
I know, I feel like it just sounds very,
so
like, it sounds very classic. Oh, you want to make people feel good, which is fine and all. It's actually just coming from, like, I just came off this experience on Tuesday when I was out to dinner, so it's just, it's actually, like, a genuine... feeling. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm just saying it. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I feel like so many people say things, but it's like, okay, you're just saying it because it sounds good. Yeah. I'm saying it because I actually felt it, and I want to make people feel that way. Mm. What?
It's just funny to think that someone's like, I want to go out there and make everyone feel like shit.
Right.
Like, I want people to leave talking to me.
Well, I just think people don't think about it.
Exactly.
Which is what I feel like that's the way I live my life right now is I don't really think about it. I hope I'm being nice to people and people feel good.
You never know.
But
because you're not being intentional in the moment.
Exactly. So when I see a random person I haven't seen in a while, instead of just being like, oh, hey, how are you? Okay, cool. I'll be like, no, let me lock in real quick and have even if it's a 3-minute combo, let it be a good one.
A genuine conversation where you're not distracted.
Or even on your phone, you know.
Exactly.
Like I'm texting and like not even looking at you, but answering your questions. I hate that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And then my big dream, guys, on my vision board, you know what I'm going to put in the middle? Unwell. Because if I could be signed under Alex Cooper's Unwell brand one day, that's my big dream. That's my stretch goal.
I don't know what that is.
It's just her brand.
Podcaster.
So she's a podcaster. And that's basically like Unwell's like the umbrella brand. And then like she has podcasting under it. She has like a drink beverage line under it. Different thing. You know Call Her Daddy? Mm-hmm. That's Alex Cooper's podcast.
Okay, cute.
And then Unwell's just her brand. So like there's a lot of people that have podcasts under the Unwell umbrella.
And you want to be sponsored?
Basically, I want to have like a show. I guess it's sponsored. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, like a show
or
on the Unwell Network.
Do your own.
Thinking bigger.
Honestly, I think under someone.
Okay.
Because you can still do it. It's still your own thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
They
but
just like produce.
You're gonna give me the production, the money, the brands. Like you're gonna give me all the support I need. And think about Barstool. Think about Dave Portnoy and Barstool, and then there's so many different podcasts under Barstool.
I don't think that's
Chicks in the Office.
It's like Dear. Do you know? Like, have you heard of Dear Media?
Yeah.
It's like
so like Heather McMahon's is on Dear Media. Like exactly. So it's like it'll still be my own little baby.
Yeah.
But I'll have the big support.
I don't think that's a stretch.
Well, thank you.
I think that's.
I mean, it's a stretch for this year, but like.
I don't think so. No. Tomorrow.
Done.
Alex Cooper sees this and DMs me.
We forget that this is.
We need to start every year with Katelyn.
I know.
Makes everyone feel like
we're gonna turn the camera off and be like, so why'd you say that? Do you feel that?
No.
Did a spirit come through and tell you that?
Literally.
Oh my goodness.
Literally.
Okay. I think that was really everything I wanted to touch on. I just wanted a little 2025 wrapped. What we're looking forward to in the new year. Any other thoughts? Questions?
No, everyone buy tickets for the February 13th show because...
Guys, my aunt's gonna fly down for it.
Oh, I love it.
And my cousin's fiance that lives in Vegas. She's gonna fly in for it. I know.
So
I think that's so cute.
It truly is an experience. I'm not even just saying this because I've been there and I love these two as people, but it is something, whether you're a believer, a non-believer, whether you've had loss, not had loss, whatever it may be, like just going and just being open to what happens. I just think it's just such a amazing community, such a fun space to be in.
Yeah.
But there was drinks flowing, there was music.
We had DJ Kyle
DJing beforehand, so it really is just like a fun thing to do.
Yes.
Like I said, by yourself, with your mom, with your aunts.
Yeah, exactly. And that is it too. Like, yes, it's beautiful and deep and emotional and also fun. Like, we're gonna keep it fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna try not to be so nervous.
Yeah. I think it'll be better because now
we'll
you're
see.
like...
You just still never know.
You never know, and then also, like, this is kind of where I struggle a little bit. It's like, now I feel more pressure. Do you know what I mean? Because now it's like, it was so successful, it was so good that instead of that being motivating for me, that scares me, and that it makes me, like, retreat a little bit. And I need to work on that, but I'm like, oh my God, now I actually feel like it's going to be harder than the first one because I'm going to be, like, freaking out.
But you also both are, I feel like at this point, I would say, consider you guys masters at your craft. So it's kind of like when you get in the mode. You're welcome.
We paid her to be here. We paid Alyssa to be here today.
But when you get in the mode, I feel like you just turn it on. With you, like you know what to do.
Yeah, you kind of. It is true. You kind of just go.
Yeah, like you just like get in that space and you're like, all right, like you know what to do.
Yeah.
Had we ever mentioned before? I can't remember if we had, but do you guys know that we almost didn't do it?
Yeah, did you know that?
No, I don't think
We
I knew
almost
that.
canceled.
Oh yeah, I crashed
Why?
the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was like, Katelyn,
Why?
because of like I'm
Being nervous?
Yeah, it was just like these like cycles I go through of like too much pressure, too much. Let me just like quit everything. Like I
Yeah.
literally am just like
I think it was like 2 weeks out. Like we were like either we're doing it or we're never taught. People are gonna be like, oh, the event. We're gonna be like, what event?
Literally
Just
just
going gaslight.
Everyone's like,
that.
No.
What are you talking about?
I brought it up to Katelyn, and the only reason it happened was because of her. Because I literally was like, Katelyn, I don't think I can do this. Like, did I tell you in person at did I text it to you?
I think it was the audio.
A voice, not like voice noted her, and then she came back and was just like, we're doing it. Like,
Yeah.
What made you like?
well, she had to like reassure me and then get me back on board. But then after that, then she came to me too and was like, I was actually feeling the same way too, by the way, just so you know. Like I also am feeling a lot of pressure, you know, and I was just like, oh, okay, that makes me feel better.
I think we were like not just going to cancel it and just never do it again. I think like we were like, let's reschedule a later date. And I was coming from the place of like, let's just go ahead and do it because this is going to be a learning opportunity and we're going to be able to use what we've learned from this to plan another better event, and it just ended up working out.
Yeah. Perfect, yeah. All right, amazing, thank you. So guys, this audio is probably not going to be great, so thank you for bearing with me through this episode. I only had 2 mics for 3 people. That's not ideal. I promise audio moving forward will be crisp and clean. But other than that, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I love you girls.
Thanks for having
Happy
us.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.